What's going on, everybody? Evan here with Evan's Detailing and Polishing, and I've got 3 different styles of white buffs in front of me.
And that old bumper in the driveway looked hopeless, dull and gray. I searched around for answers, found Evan showing every step of the way. Camera on in his workshop, logo on the back.
Now you might be asking yourself, why? They're all white. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I've had a lot of people lately asking me why an untreated white seems to be giving them a better finish than the flannels do. For me personally, it's because of the way you're using them. The rouge melts and holds into an untreated way easier because of the way the fabric is made. Now, do I find that I personally get a better finish with untreated if I'm in a hurry? Yeah, absolutely, because this I can spin it up a little higher and I can finish it out and move on. But to get that absolute mirror finish, I'm always stepping down to a flannel when I'm finishing. Once again, it strictly just comes down to the way you use your compound and how fast you're spinning your buff. Now, as you guys know, I don't really run my buffs on my finishing step much higher than 26 or 2800 RPM. The reason for that is I want to limit the amount of friction that I'm creating with the metal. You're putting fabric on metal. When you're hitting the buff and it's pushing up against the aluminum or stainless or whatever it is you're working on, the fabric is creating friction. If you don't have enough rouge on the buff, it's just cloth on metal. Cloth on metal is what creates friction and creates hash marks. Now, you could also create hash marks with too much compound, which happens if you dump too much compound into your pad, you rub it on too long and it builds up and gums up. You could also create hash marks that way, which is why the untreated seems to give everybody a better finish, because it's a little more rigid, a little more sturdy for you to use, so you watch your pressure a little easier. I see a lot of people using the flannel, putting rouge on the outer edge, but then mashing it all the way up against the tank, and it's split so wide open that the part that you actually put the compound on isn't even touching the metal. Is it touching out in the outer edges? Sure, of course it is. But a good majority of the metal that doesn't have any rouge on is also touching the metal, creating a lot of hash marks. Whereas this buff, when the buffs are brand new, whether they're 9 or 10 inch, I run them at about 1200 to 1500 RPM. As the buffs get smaller, I spin them at a higher speed because I still want to cover the same amount of surface feet per minute when I'm buffing. So as this buff gets down to about 8 inches, I'm up at about 2600 to 3000 RPM to create the same amount of heat and the same amount of spin speed. So I will start them at 1200 to 1500, and as they get smaller, I will bump them up in increments as they get smaller. Now, does that mean I start on one side of the tank at 1500 and I get to the other side of the tank and I'm at 3000? No. I'm talking about one entire truck I'll run at 1500 and another entire truck I'll run at 3000 as I'm going. But that's only because the buff's shrinking down. So if you've been questioning why an untreated white works better when you're finishing, it's more than likely the amount of pressure you're using or the amount of compound you're using. Those are the 2 #1 key factors that I've noticed when I've either watched people polish, because of course we do in-person training. When I'm watching people, a lot of them will get a better finish with that untreated white just because of the amount of pressure that they're putting on. Now, can you solve that? Absolutely. Lots of time and practice. I've been polishing for 27 years this year, and even I sometimes want to rush things because I'm so used to doing fleet work that if I rush it too fast, the untreated is going to give me a better finish than the flannel will. Simply because if I'm rushing things, if I'm moving too fast, that rouge dries as I'm going across, and now I have nothing in the pad either. So if I move too fast, I'm going to just lay it on and it's going to blow off into the air and I'm not going to have any on my pad. So you got to find that speed and your pressure to get yourself in that perfect Goldilocks zone, right? So if you want a better finish, switch over to that untreated white, and then once you get it fine-tuned and start getting better with yourself and you want to get that really perfect finish, switch over to the flannels. Now, as you've seen in a lot of the videos in the shop, we go straight from orange and brown or yellow and brown to the 40 ply white with green. The reason we do that is it's quick and effective. Now, for most of our work truck fleet stuff, going straight to the white with the green is an acceptable finish for the industry in which we're surviving in. We use the 40 ply white with the green rouge over the top of our brown because we can get it done quickly and efficiently. We leave a good finish that's acceptable with our current customers. And on top of that, we don't have to raise our prices because we are so much quicker and we're not utilizing a ton of different compounds. We don't have 20 different buffs in our shop. We don't have 20 different coloring bars in the shop to get that ultimate show finish. We're keeping our costs down for the customers that we're selling to. So I hope you guys find this video helpful. I hope it all makes sense. But that's me breaking down the 3 different white buffs that we currently stock. We do also have stitched buffs and stuff like that in stock. But these 3 buffs right here is what I see most people finishing with. So if you find that you're not getting the finish you want with one of these flannels, go ahead and try one of these untreated whites. I bet you'll find better results. And more than likely, it's going to be because of your pressure, your technique, overlap, everything else that we preach in all of our videos. So go ahead and go check that out. It's GoShineOn.com is where we sell all of our stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys are finding all these videos helpful. I'm going to keep trying to put some out every week, and we'll see you on the next one.
Teaching how to turn that metal into shine.